The morning sun bathes a meticulously organized luxury bedroom in a soft, ethereal glow, hinting at untold stories. A single ray of sunlight illuminates dust motes dancing, a silent testament to the night's intensity. A subtle shake of her head, a private dismissal, seals her decision in the quiet dawn. The impersonal decor of the apartment is bathed in soft, early light, emphasizing the distance between them. Jasmine glides into her opulent walk-in closet, a sanctuary of designer dreams. Rows of exquisite clothes hang in perfect order, accessories glinting like captured stars on polished shelves. Her fingers trace a silk robe, its luxurious fabric a promise of soft comfort. Beyond her window, the city breathes a low, continuous hum, a stark contrast to the night's wild energy. The quiet hum underscores a return to tranquility, a gentle end to the vibrant chaos of yesterday. Jasmine strides into her sleek, modern kitchen, the morning light glinting off its polished surfaces. She activates a high-tech coffee machine, and the rich, dark aroma of brewing coffee begins to fill the pristine space. Her fingers deftly navigate her phone, scrolling through emails, her expression a mask of focused determination. The soft glow of the screen illuminates her face as she absorbs information, her resolve hardening with each swipe. The kitchen hums with the promise of a new day, mirroring Jasmine's quiet, unwavering intensity. Sunlight streams into Jasmine's tastefully decorated living room as Reggie, charming despite his disheveled state, emerges. Jasmine sits stiffly on the sofa, scrolling her phone, the silence between them thick with unspoken tension. Reggie, buttoning his shirt, attempts a casual "sleep well," but her curt "fine" cuts through the air. Jasmine escorts Reggie to her apartment door, a polite yet firm smile fixed on her face, signaling their time together is ending. She hands him his jacket, her movements precise and resolute, leaving no room for doubt about her intentions. Jasmine's posture remains unyielding, her polite smile an impenetrable barrier to his unspoken desires. Her determination is unshaken, a clear boundary drawn between them, despite his reluctance to leave. The subtle tension between them fills the air, a silent battle of wills playing out at the threshold. The morning sun glints off the bustling city street as Reggie emerges from Jasmine's apartment building. The immaculate bathroom reflects her meticulous nature, a testament to her controlled and ordered world. Morning light spills into a spacious walk-in closet, revealing rows of meticulously organized clothes. Her movements are fluid and confident, embodying the fierce, stiletto persona she is about to unleash. She dresses with the solemnity of a warrior preparing for a pivotal battle, her resolve unyielding. Jasmine, seated at her dressing table, methodically applies makeup, each stroke precise and deliberate. Her reflection reveals a woman's face slowly transforming, hardening into an unyielding mask of professionalism. She gazes at her reflection, a silent promise of unwavering strength reflected in her eyes. Soft morning light illuminates Jasmine in her kitchen, the air rich with coffee and her delicate perfume. She sips her coffee, her gaze fixed on a tablet, presentation notes scrolling across the screen. Her eyes are sharp, reflecting a quiet, focused intensity as she absorbs every detail. The aroma of coffee mingles with her perfume, a sensory portrait of her unwavering concentration. The Baltimore train station buzzes with the morning rush, a symphony of hurried footsteps and distant announcements. Amidst the blur of commuters, Jasmine moves with an undeniable confidence, a captivating presence in the bustling station. Her stride is purposeful, each step a statement, drawing eyes even in the chaotic environment. The soft glow of the morning sun catches on her accessories, a subtle sparkle amidst the motion. She navigates the crowd with effortless grace, a focal point of quiet power. Jasmine's presence commands attention, her confidence radiating through the busy morning air. Jasmine sits on a commuter train, her eyes burning with focused intensity. Lost in her work, her pen glides across the page, making neat, concise notes in a small notebook. She mouths key phrases, rehearsing her presentation in silent, intense concentration. The rhythmic clatter of train wheels forms a meditative backdrop to her deep, unwavering focus. Jasmine steps off the train, her stride purposeful and resolute, ready to conquer the day. The bustling energy of Washington, D.C. envelops her, a vibrant backdrop to her unwavering ambition. She navigates the crowded station, a figure of determination amidst the swirling chaos. The morning sun stretches long, dramatic shadows across the pavement as Jasmine approaches her cherished coffee shop. A rich, intoxicating aroma of espresso spills from within, a comforting scent that unfailingly brings a smile to her face. She steps inside, embraced by the familiar warmth, a sanctuary from the crisp morning air. The inviting scent of freshly brewed coffee wraps around her like a soft, welcoming blanket. Jasmine's face softens, a quiet contentment settling over her as she savors the moment. Morning light streams into the coffee shop, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air like tiny secrets. Jasmine stands at the counter, arms crossed, a picture of poised detachment, her gaze sharp and analytical. Her eyes scan the other patrons, taking in every detail without betraying a hint of emotion. The friendly barista approaches, a subtle, almost imperceptible smile playing on his lips as he hands her the coffee. A shared understanding passes between them, a silent connection in the bustling morning. Jasmine strides through the bustling Washington, D.C. streets, a cup held casually in her hand. Her presence commands attention. Men turn their heads, their gazes lingering on her with undeniable admiration. A subtle smirk plays on her lips, acknowledging the silent tribute of their lingering stares. Her self-assurance grows with each powerful step, a queen surveying her domain. Jasmine strides towards the imposing office building, its polished facade gleaming under the morning sun. The building's formidable presence mirrors her own, a silent challenge in the urban landscape. She pauses, taking a deep, fortifying breath, her gaze fixed on the entrance. Mentally steeling herself, Jasmine prepares for the day's battles, her resolve etched on her face. Jasmine steps into the office lobby, a bustling hive of activity, her presence a quiet ripple in the morning rush. Ronnie, the security guard, sits at his desk, his curl hairstyle slightly disheveled, an ordinary fixture. His eyes, however, are anything but ordinary, as they snap to Jasmine with an intensity that belies his casual posture. A slow, unwelcome grin spreads across Ronnie's face, a stark contrast to the indifferent faces of the passing crowd. The grin seems to pull at the corners of his mouth, a silent acknowledgement of her arrival, laden with unspoken meaning. Jasmine, momentarily caught in his gaze, feels the weight of his attention, an unsettling shift in the morning's rhythm. In the bustling lobby, Ronnie leans against a polished pillar, a smirk playing on his lips. Jasmine navigates the crowd, clutching her briefcase tighter, trying to avoid his gaze. She forces a tight, uncomfortable smile as she quickens her pace, her discomfort palpable. Ronnie's voice cuts through the din. "Did it hurt when you fell from heaven? Because you look like an angel." Jasmine walks away, her back to us, a silhouette of quiet resolve in the office lobby. Ronnie watches her, a predatory glint in his eyes, as he licks his lips and pats his belly. The unsettling moment lingers, a silent, insidious annoyance in Jasmine's day. A small shiver traces Jasmine's spine, a testament to the lingering unease. Jasmine steps into the cramped elevator, joining a handful of silent commuters. The air, thick with a cloying cologne, assaults her senses, a silent battle of fragrances. She subtly brings her hand to her nose, a desperate attempt to ward off the unwelcome scent. Her expression tightens, a mask of growing irritation betraying her inner turmoil in the confined space. Her breath catches, a desperate attempt to stifle the tickle in her throat, her eyes watering with discomfort. The first cough escapes, sharp and sudden, echoing in the confined space. Other passengers shift uncomfortably, a symphony of throat clearing joining Jasmine's struggle, tension palpable. The elevator descends, a silent, shared agony of overpowering cologne and stifled discomfort filling the air. The elevator doors glide open with a soft, almost ethereal chime, signaling an arrival. Jasmine bursts from the elevator, her chest heaving, gasping for the hallway's air like a lifeline. Her eyes are wide, a tempest of unseen fears reflected in their depths, as she struggles for breath. Queenie, Jasmine's assistant, stands waiting, a picture of flamboyant elegance, her expression etched with worry. Queenie's concern deepens as he watches Jasmine, a silent question forming on his lip. The stark contrast of Jasmine's distress against Queenie's impeccable composure hangs heavy in the air. In the sterile office hallway, Queenie recoils, catching the potent, cloying scent of lingering cologne. A grimace distorts his face, mirroring Jasmine's palpable disgust as the offensive aroma hangs heavy in the air. He shakes his head, then begins to relay a rapid-fire flurry of urgent messages. The words tumble out, a cascade of information, as the unpleasant scent still permeates the space. Jasmine and Queenie enter the office, their heads close, lost in animated conversation, a buzz of energy around them. Queenie hands a presentation copy to Jasmine, their focus unbreakable, a world unto themselves. Oblivious to the stares and suppressed chuckles from their colleagues, they remain engrossed, a bubble of discussion. The office hums with unspoken amusement as Jasmine and Queenie continue their animated exchange, a vibrant, oblivious pair. In the bustling office, Jasmine and Queenie pause, a sudden shift in the air drawing their attention. They exchange a confused glance, a silent question hanging between them. Their eyes widen in dawning realization as they notice their strikingly similar outfits. A flicker of annoyance crosses Jasmine's face, her teeth sucking in a sharp, irritated sound. The unspoken rivalry hangs heavy in the air, a silent battle of wills about to begin. Jasmine confronts Queenie in the office, her face a mask of frustration and disbelief. Queenie leans back, a smug smirk playing on his lips, dressed in an identical outfit to Jasmine. Jasmine gestures wildly, her voice laced with incredulity. "Are you serious? We're wearing the exact same thing." Queenie's eyes sparkle with mischief as he retorts, "Well, I did pick up your dry cleaning, and I must say, we look rather dashing. Wouldn't you agree?" Jasmine, focused and resolute, dismisses a minor distraction with a swift wave of her hand, her gaze unwavering. Her eyes are already fixed on the looming presentation, a critical moment for her career. The weight of the upcoming event is palpable, a silent pressure driving her every thought. She stands firm, refusing to let anything divert her from this pivotal career opportunity. Jasmine, lost in thought, scans her office, her brow furrowed with a deep, unsettling concern. The veil of annoyance lifts from her face, revealing a fierce, unyielding determination taking its place. Queenie watches her intently, her eyes holding a silent, knowing understanding. A profound, unspoken connection passes between the two, a shared resolve solidifying in the quiet room. Across the bustling room, Susan enters, her gaze immediately snaring on the engaging guy. A subtle shift in her demeanor, an almost imperceptible tightening around her eyes. A slight clenching of her jaw betrays a nascent wave of jealousy. It's a fleeting, almost hidden moment, yet enough to hint at a nascent, insidious crack in their cherished friendship. Across the room, Susan watches her face a complex canvas of admiration, quickly shadowed by a glint of resentment. The unspoken tension of competition hangs heavy in the air between them, thick and palpable. The vibrant energy around Jasmine only intensifies Susan's painful sense of isolation, a stark contrast to her own solitude. Her gestures are fluid, her voice clear and engaging, captivating every eye in the room. A sea of faces, all fixed on Jasmine, hangs on her every word. Susan watches from her seat, a subtle tightening of her jaw betraying her competitive spirit. The air crackles with unspoken rivalry as Jasmine shines under the meeting's bright lights. Jasmine and Queenie stride down the polished hallway, their steps echoing with purpose, a sense of anticipation in the air. Jasmine, now fully in character, turns to Queenie, a confident glint in her eyes, ready for the challenge ahead. A determined smile plays on Jasmine's lips as she prepares for the impending confrontation. Queenie mirrors Jasmine's resolve, a silent pact passing between them. The polished floor reflects their unwavering determination as they approach their destination. Jasmine's voice rings with conviction. Ready for this? Jasmine pushes open the conference room door, a sliver of light spilling into the hushed space. Inside, Mr. Stevens, stern and commanding, presides over the large, polished table. Other colleagues sit around him, their faces a mixture of anticipation and professional reserve. As Jasmine and Queenie step in, all eyes in the room pivot towards them. A sudden, collective gaze. Their matching outfits, a bold statement, immediately draw every single stare. A palpable silence descends as the attention of the entire room focuses solely on the two. Mr. Stevens shakes his head, a gesture laced with a subtle disbelief. A faint smirk plays on his lips, hinting at a hidden amusement. His eyes, a complex blend of disbelief and amusement, survey the hushed room. Queenie, unyielding amidst the stares, defiantly sucks his teeth, a silent challenge in the conference room. With precise, professional movements, he distributes the presentation materials, a picture of calm efficiency. He settles directly next to Susan, his gaze locked on her as she rolls her eyes in exasperation. A silent, venomous hater forms on Queenie's lips, a stark contrast to his composed exterior. Mr. Stevens, seated at the head of a polished conference table, watches Jasmine enter, his expression unreadable. Jasmine takes her place, a faint flush on her cheeks, as Mr. Stevens says, "Miss Carter, thank you for joining us." She clears her throat, then straightens her shoulders, a surge of confidence in her eyes. Her gaze sweeps across the room with newfound authority. "My apologies for my tardiness, everyone. Let's begin." Jasmine, in a sharp business suit, commands attention at the head of a long conference table, bathed in the soft glow of presentation slides. Behind her, charts and graphs illuminate the screen, a testament to her meticulous planning as she gestures emphatically. Every executive's gaze is fixed on Jasmine, the room hushed in anticipation of her every word. Our strategy for geographical expansion isn't just about growth, it's about establishing undeniable market dominance. By Q3, we project a 15% increase in market share, and by year-end, we'll be positioned as the undisputed leader. This isn't merely an ambition, it's a meticulously planned trajectory, Jasmine declares, her confidence unwavering. Jasmine concludes her presentation, and a heavy silence descends upon the hushed conference room, thick with unspoken tension. A flicker of awe crosses one executive's face, acknowledging Jasmine's undeniable brilliance and potential. Another executive's brow furrows, recognizing the demanding standards Jasmine sets for herself and others. The air crackles with the unspoken weight of her expectations, a palpable force in the room. A slight smile plays on Mr. Stevens' lips as his hands meet in a sharp, decisive clap, shattering the room's silence. A flicker of surprise crosses the executives' faces, their eyes wide with unexpected emotion. Swiftly, they follow Mr. Stevens' lead, a ripple of applause spreading across the polished conference table. Susan hesitates, a visible internal struggle playing out on her face, before joining in, her hands meeting softly. Her applause, almost reluctant, adds a muted counterpoint to the growing chorus, a silent protest in a symphony of approval. Sunlight floods Jasmine's office, illuminating her and Queenie as they exchange a triumphant high five, their faces glowing with victory. Queenie's lips curl into a playful smirk, a hint of mischief dancing in her eyes. I bet Susan's face is priceless right now. Jasmine's smile is wide and genuine, her eyes sparkling with appreciation. Couldn't have done it without you, Queenie. Jasmine's voice rings with heartfelt gratitude. You're a lifesaver. Jasmine and Queenie's triumphant laughter rings through the office, a vibrant echo of their shared success. The joyful air thickens, a palpable celebration of their achievement. Mr. Stevens appears, his face an impenetrable mask, instantly chilling the room's warmth. Jasmine's confusion deepens, her expectation of congratulations dissolving into an unsettling silence. Mr. Stevens, his face a mask of gravity, gestures towards his office, a silent command in his eyes. His voice, stark and serious, cuts through the air. I need to see you in my office. Jasmine hesitates, a fleeting shadow of doubt crossing her features. Yet her recent triumph still radiates brightly. She pauses, the weight of his words momentarily dimming the glow of her success. A flicker of defiance, or perhaps just a moment of self-assertion as she responds. In a minute, the tension between them hangs heavy. A silent battle of wills in the office's charged atmosphere. Mr. Stevens bursts into Jasmine's office, his face flushed with unbridled fury, his presence a sudden, jarring intrusion. His finger jabs accusingly toward Jasmine, his voice a menacing, low growl that cuts through the silence. Jasmine flinches, her eyes widening in a sudden jolt of surprise and apprehension. Caught off guard by his outburst, she darts a quick, anxious glance at Queenie. A silent exchange of shared unease passing between them. With a heavy sigh of resignation, Jasmine reluctantly begins to rise from her chair. Knowing what awaits, Mr. Stevens's command echoes with chilling finality. My office, now. Jasmine strides down the long office hallway, her steps echoing in the vast, empty space. A picture of outward confidence. Colleagues, their faces a blur of judgment, cast cold, piercing stares as she passes. Whispers, sharp and chilling, brush against her back like an icy breeze. A silent assault on her resolve. Despite her determined stride and confident shoulders, a tight knot of internal nervousness twists deep within Jasmine. Each step is a battle between her outward composure and the gnawing anxiety hidden beneath her facade. Jasmine's mind races, a whirlwind of thoughts trying to decipher the reason for the summons. Her composed facade, usually so unyielding, now shows a rare crack. The abrupt shift in Mr. Stevens' demeanor fills her with a sense of unease, a cold dread creeping in. Each step down the office hallway echoes her internal turmoil. A silent battle of composure. Her brow furrows slightly, a subtle hint of the storm brewing beneath her calm exterior. Jasmine hesitates at the partially open door of Mr. Stevens' office, a sliver of light hinting at the unknown within. Her breath hitches, a silent struggle playing across her face as she steels herself for what lies beyond. She takes a final, fortifying breath, her posture stiffening with an unspoken decision. As the scene fades to black, her determined yet anxious expression lingers, a promise of impending drama.